All right, what's going on, everybody? So, with Deshaun Jackson officially being waived and no longer on the team, that is not a very big loss. Our wide receiver group room is one of the strongest on the team, and I believe that point will be proven even further with the fact that Sean has decided to stay in house to fill the LA Rams wide receiver openings. Just coming off the heels of our boy Cooper Kupp winning his second NFC Offensive Player of the Month award for October. Congratulations to Cooper. It would appear that the Rams have a very are extremely talented in developing wide receivers, and we have some young ones about to get their shot, of which I'm very excited to see. We have Ben Schwarnick, Jacob Harris, and J.J. Koski. Sorry, boys, if I get your names wrong. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. This is very interesting. Now that the dust has settled for the NFL trade deadline, the most amicable breakup with Deshaun Jackson and the season-ending injury to Tutu Atwell. Talk about Tutu here a little later. Make a little extra video for him. I'm sorry he got injured. I never want to see a player get injured. Injuries are not fun. I have had my share of those, and I hope he gets better soon. Having said that, I am very, very underwhelmed by Tutu, but I'm not gonna beat up on him right now. We'll talk about that a little later. But moving on, the Los Angeles Rams suddenly find themselves needing to restock their wide receiver room. So who's gonna fill that gap? Who's gonna fill that gap? Well, as you all know, Deshaun Jackson has left. Tutu Atwell is being placed on injured reserve. Sean McVay says they will find depth with rookie Jacob Harris, who, as y'all know, he was a tight end out of the UCF, but he, according to Sean, he's being listed, if I can get my mouse to work, right here. Jacob Harris is being listed as a wide receiver, not a tight end, which is interesting. Though not very surprising because Jacob has, from everything I've heard, he is a dynamic athlete. He can catch the ball. He has a lot of jump. He's very tall, but he doesn't really block that well. He's not necessarily a good blocker, which is something a tight end must be. And it always sounded like Sean was going to use him more as a wide receiver as opposed to a tight end. So him being officially named a wide receiver is not that surprising to me. Rookie Ben Schwarnick, who I am growing more and more interested by the day, who he had a few catches in the last game, and I thought he looked pretty good. J.J. Kochke, I really don't know a whole lot about, who was signed today from the practice squad, but I look forward to getting to know him a lot better. And a tweet here by Miss Lindsay Thury. With the departure of Deshaun Jackson and Tutu Atwell being placed on injured reserve, Sean McVay says they will find depth with rookie Jacob Harris, who should be listed as a wide receiver, not tight end, rookie Ben Schwarnick, and J.J. Koski, who was signed from the practice squad, like I just said. While the three candidates don't have many NFL offensive snaps among them, we can compare the different qualities that could bring the Rams passing game. They could bring to the Rams passing game. Sean McVay discussed how the Rams would deal with the receiver situation in his presser. And so looking at these players, we have Ben Schwarnick, who is 6'3", 220. I'm always been a big fan. I'll say it. I've said it many, many times. I am a big fan of physical football players. I like big NFL players too, because it's I understand sizes and everything, but it helps in a collision game like football. So, and the fact that in the Rams in the past haven't really always had the biggest wide receivers. So the fact that this man is 6'3", 220 is intriguing by itself, to me at least. The odds-on favorite to replace D-Jax so far this season, he grabbed 34 offensive snaps in all 3 passes thrown his way. He has an 80-inch wingspan, big, strong hands, and the ability to win contested catches make him valuable in the near end zone and on deep back shoulder throws. A solid route runner, that's key right there. That so much emphasis is put on the 40 time, but is he a good route runner? That's what I want to see, and according to Sean, he is, so it's intriguing. The guy also blocks and finishes runs like a tight end. I love it. I love it. With edge and strength. Yes. Physical, physical, physical. That's what I want to see. He played special teams all 4 years of college and has already proven to be a contributor for the Rams special teams unit. So he will likely replace D-Jax as the wide receiver 4. Probably won't see a whole lot of playing time from him. But maybe we could see him in some packages in the red zone. I don't understand, Sean, why you haven't put some of these big, tall receivers on the field when you're in the red zone, okay? Players like Ben Schwarnick, players like Jacob Harris, the big guys, that's what they're used for, okay? Have Matthew lob it up and have these dudes like just dunk on these shorter defensive backs. I don't understand why we haven't been doing that more, Sean. But maybe we'll see more of that in the coming days. Do have a lot of trust in you, Sean. I'm very critical of you sometimes, but I'm very grateful that you're here. Just to let you know. Jacob Harris, who is 6'5", 220, even bigger or taller, maybe. An intriguing blend of size and speed. With stellar natural athleticism, he didn't play football until he was in college, so he's raw and still learning the intricacies of the game. He had a 4.39 40 time, and opposing cornerbacks can be overrun and passed by his long strides. Those same strides deter his short area quickness. He has more build-up speed than burst. Okay, so he's not very explosive, but he can build up speed. Catching the ball, Harris has good hands, focus, concentration, and looks the ball in. At times, he tends to be a body catcher rather than with his hands. I'm sure that just, practice makes perfect. Jacob, hit the jugs. Keep working on your craft. That'll get better with time. Just keep putting in the work. His speed and athleticism have already made him a stalwart in coverage and return teams. J.J. Kochke, the one I know the least about, 6'1", 195. He showed good production in the FCS and top 10 in yards per reception in college triple offense. He's very fast. He has great feet and moves. He ran a 4.45 at his virtual pro day. 3 separate publications call his speed elite. 100%er with soft hands, good running vision, and relatively long arms. Okay. Team captain and MVP, whose numbers have improved each college season. Oh, I like that. A team captain and an MVP in each of his years in college. I love seeing that. College film shows sharp cuts and routes. He catches passes with his hands and blocks well downfield. Yes, so he's physical. Good. Limited route tree, mostly streaks. Got a lot of coverage, one-on-ones. Over his 4 years, where'd he play at? Cal Poly. Afraid I don't know where that is. I'll have to look that up. So, who will it be? There won't be a lot of snaps behind the Rams' stellar trio of Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, and Van Jefferson. Nah, man, that's our big 3. All these dudes are playing out of their mind right now, so you got to keep them on the field. But one of these players will be thrust into the role of wide receiver 4. Schwarnick will most likely take that job, I think. After his play last Sunday versus Houston, Schwarnick earned the job. Harris still seems to be a year away, but will probably get some snaps because of his freakish athleticism and draft status. But this guy says he wouldn't sleep on Koski. He's that win at all costs kind of guy who could get his foot in the door as a returner and convince both coaches and fans that the spot is his. I don't know who it's going to be. I doubt these three young men will see a lot of playing time, at least right out of the gate. They will probably be asked to contribute on special teams more than anything, but I'm guessing one of them is going to be a punt returner, kickoff returner, since Tutu's out. Not that Tutu really did anything at all, but I'd like to see Ben Schwarnick back there, maybe fielding some kicks. Kind of see what he might look like. That's just me, but I'm very excited for all three of these guys. I think they have a spot and they can perform well. And you know, if we're going to make a deep playoff run, a lot of times, guys, the heroes of championship games and Super Bowls oftentimes are guys you really don't hear a lot about. And these three guys, who knows? Who knows what the future holds, man? They might be asked to step up in a big way here later in the season. So definitely good to keep an eye on these three. Definitely a good idea. But that's going to be it for right now, guys. I will catch you guys on the next one. And as always, go Rams.